You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report's Scoreboard Show, podcast number 267.1, our daily update on high school, college, and professional sports news in Central Indiana with some major national sports news. It's like your daily audio sports section, released every single weekday between 1 and 2 p.m.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we are so happy that you've chosen to spend part of your day with us. After a day away doing some service work, I am back. Hope to be able to have a fill-in host in the next year or two, so that never happens as we continue to grow and thrive. Today is May 16, 2025. What day is it? It's a Friday. It's another day for Central Indiana sports, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports, coming to you today from Madison Grant High School. Producer Susie is in the control room at headquarters in Jeffersonville. Coming up, we have the Pacers Eastern Conference Finals schedule and NBA and NHL playoff updates. An update from Indianapolis Motor Speedway as qualifying approaches this weekend. And we have some NFL schedule release news, including the Colts' entire schedule. Please go to YouTube and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets forced a Game 7 with top seed Oklahoma City with a 119-107 win in Denver on Thursday night. Jokic had 29 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block, and was absolutely amazing as usual. Game 7 is Sunday at 3:30 on ABC. The Knicks can clinch their series against the reigning world champion Boston Celtics Friday at 8. New York leads the series 3-2 after Boston staved off elimination with a 127-102 victory in Game 5 in Boston. The Eastern Conference final schedule is set, whether it's the Celtics or the Knicks that the Pacers will be playing. It begins Wednesday, the 21st, for Game 1, and the games will be played every other day. The first 2 games, of course, will be on the road. The 3 scheduled home games are Sunday, May 25th. That is Indy 500 Day. Game 4 is Tuesday, May 27. Game 6 at the Fieldhouse is scheduled for Saturday, May 31st. If there is a Game 7, it will be Monday, June 2nd. John Robertson and I broke down all of the playoffs Friday morning on the NBA Playoffs Report. Please go find that one. Today is Fast Friday at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The teams will turn up the boost in their engines, and we'll see speeds in the 230s as qualifying gets underway Saturday for the 109th Indianapolis 500. The Penske's, led by 2-time reigning 500 champion Joseph Newgarden, and the Ganassi's, including 3-time reigning national champion Alex Palou, have been on top of the speed charts all week. Newgarden was fastest Thursday at 226.623. He also had the fastest no-toe time of 222.555. 2008 500 champion Scott Dixon was second fastest. The big news was that Noblesville's Connor Daly was third fastest. Daly was also fourth fastest on Wednesday in his Juncos Hollinger car. We'll be keeping an eye on Connor for the next couple of weeks.
Feels good, honestly. Today was tough conditions, really hot. I mean, almost 90 degrees and really windy. So to be pretty happy with the day is actually a lot of fun. We trimmed out and we were quick too in the no-toe. A little bit of trim out, not fully. But yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. So we got to just keep our heads on straight, keep executing one day at a time, and we'll see what happens.
2014 500 champion Ryan Hunter-Ray with Dreyer and Reinbold was fifth fastest on Thursday. So it's been a really good week for the smaller teams. Christian Rasmussen had a spin with no significant damage on Thursday. The NFL released its 2025 schedule on Wednesday. The season opens with the Cowboys in Philadelphia against the world champion Eagles, with the Chiefs and Chargers going head-to-head the following day on Friday, September 7th. The Colts start with two home games at home against the Dolphins in week 1 and against the Broncos at home in week 2. They'll play the Falcons at 9:30 a.m. in Berlin on November 9th, and their only primetime game is Monday, December 22nd at Lucas Oil Stadium on Monday Night Football on ESPN. The Colts preseason opener is Thursday, August 7th at Baltimore. Their lone preseason game at home is against the Packers on Saturday, August 16th. Our Colts guy, Eli Edwards, our pro sports guy, Will Rutherford, and our Swiss Army knife, Mike Hutzel, broke down the Colts and the primetime schedules on Wednesday night. That podcast was a lot of fun with a lot of humor. If you are a fan of the Colts or the NFL, you are going to want to go find that podcast. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever opened the franchise's most anticipated season ever Saturday at 3 against the rival Chicago Sky and Angel Reese. Indiana went 20-20 last year in Clark's record-breaking Rookie of the Year season, then lost to the Connecticut Sun in the first round of the playoffs. The New York Liberty are the favorites to repeat at just better than 2-1 odds, followed by Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces at plus 230, and the Fever at 3-1, third best odds in the league. Clark says she's very happy with the way the Fever's 2025 roster has been assembled.
Yeah, I think Amber and Kelly did a really great job of constructing this team, and I think the main thing we were lacking last year was experience, and adding really great vets like DB and Sid and Tosh, and putting that experience around us of not just being in this league but also winning. They have the championship pedigree about them, and I think having their voices in our locker room on the court every single day is what's going to really help us. So you got to give credit to Kelly and Amber and obviously Coach White, but now it's up to us to be able to put that all together, and I think everybody's been doing a great job, so it's been a lot of fun so far.
The Fever will have a busy opening week at home against Atlanta on Tuesday, at Atlanta on Thursday, then home against the champion Liberty on CBS Saturday, May 24th at 1. Tuesday's game can be seen on NBA TV, with Thursday's game on Prime Video nationally and WTHR 13 locally. The Carolina Hurricanes join the Edmonton Oilers in the Final Four of the Stanley Cup playoffs after the Hurricanes beat top seed Washington 3-1 Thursday and 4-1 in the series. Frederick Anderson stopped 18 of the 19 shots he faced in Carolina's stifling defensive performance, really all series long. The Capitals announced after the game that the league's all-time leading goal scorer, Alexander Ovechkin, is expected to return for the 25-26 season, which will be his 21st. The Toronto Maple Leafs look to advance to the conference finals for the first time in 23 years when they play Game 6 in Florida on Friday. The Leafs are up 3-2 on the defending Stanley Cup champions and haven't won a cup themselves since 1967. The game begins at 8 and can be seen on TNT or the Max app. The Oilers are looking for a Western Conference Finals opponent after disposing of Vegas in 5 games. Reigning Western Conference champion Edmonton has won 8 of its last 9 playoff games. Purdue qualified for the NCAA championships in men's golf by shooting +2 in the final round at the regional in Auburn, Alabama. Defending national champion Auburn won the regional by 27 strokes. Yes, I said 27 strokes over Texas A&M. Third place UCLA and fifth place Georgia Tech also qualified for the national championships. Auburn's Jackson Colvin won the individual regional title at -12, 4 strokes better than Omar Morales. Purdue had 2 Boilermakers tied for 15th at +1 with Nels Sertan and Supapan Amornchachan. IU's Clay Merchant shot +4 at the Urbana Regional near Chicago to finish in 38th place. He shot even par on his final 2 rounds of the season. In women's college golf, Taylor finished 18th and Indiana Wesleyan 25th at the NAIA National Championships at Eagle Crest Golf Club in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Kylie Purdy of Indiana Wesleyan was the top local golfer at +11, with Taylor Shane Lim one shot behind at +12. British Columbia won the national championship by 4 strokes over Marion. British Columbia's Jessica Ing was the only player to shoot under par and won the national title by 10 strokes. In college softball, Indiana Wesleyan season came to an end Wednesday with a 7-6 loss to Madonna, Michigan. 5 seed Reinhardt then beat Rio Grande 4-2 to advance to the NAIA World Series. Indiana Wesleyan's baseball team lost 11-1 to Weber International from Florida in the championship game at the Lincoln, Nebraska Regional. Weber advanced to the NAIA World Series with the win. The Wildcat season ends at 32-22. Taylor lost to Kansas Wesleyan 7-5, and Grandview, Iowa 11-10 was eliminated from the Upland Regional on Wednesday. In Thursday's regional championship, Grandview beat Kansas Wesleyan 5-3 to advance to the World Series. Grandview lost its opener 13-3 to Taylor before winning 4 straight games to win the double elimination tournament. It's a big day in news and notes, starting with Cowan hiring Chris Van Pelt as its new high school varsity basketball coach on Thursday. Van Pelt had been an assistant coach at Yorktown. Garrett Catholic basketball star Bryson Cardinal, the son of former Purdue star Brian Cardinal, tweeted Thursday that he'll be playing college basketball at Butler. Pendleton Heights star basketball player Olivia Jones tweeted Thursday that she's received an offer to continue her basketball career after her senior year next year at Bethel, the first of many offers to be sure. Fisher sophomore star Cooper Zachary was reportedly offered a scholarship from Steve Alford and the Nevada Wolfpack. Zachary will also be receiving many more offers before his final 2 years of high school. Pendleton Heights football star Jacob McKinney visited DePaul and received an offer from the Tigers, he tweeted on Wednesday. And IU has offered 5-star junior Tony Bryant from Tampa, according to League Ready and Sam Kaiser of 24/7 High School Hoops. Bryant has offers from a tons of programs and has already made visits to Boston College and Cal and is scheduled to visit Missouri in September. Bryant is ranked 12th overall in the ESPN 100. IU's baseball team opened its regular season finale series at Michigan with an 8-7 win Thursday. IU clinched a spot in the Big Ten tournament with the win. The Hoosiers scored 4 times in the third to take a 7-2 lead on Jake Hanley's 14th home run of the season, a 2 RBI double from Hogan Denny, and an RBI single from Jake Stadler. All 3 of them finished with 2 RBIs. The Hoosiers and Wolverines will face off in the final 2 games of the regular season on Friday and Saturday. Purdue lost 11-9 to Nebraska in Game 1 of their series in West Lafayette. The Boilermakers led 8-0 after 3 innings but couldn't hold on. The series continues Friday at 4 and finishes Saturday at 2. Ball State lost 4-3 to Miami Thursday in Muncie, but can still tie for the MAC regular season championship by beating the Red Hawks Saturday and Sunday. Miami leads Kent State by a game and Ball State by 2 with 2 to go. We move to high school sports and we start with baseball. Oak Hill clinched the CIC championship with a come-from-behind 9-8 8-inning win over rival Mississinawa. Beckham Lamb's sacrifice fly that scored Ryan Lawson was the game-winning run. Aiden Pierce had a double and 4 RBIs in the win. Merrick Mobley was 2 for 4 with a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs for the Indians. Frankton beat Blackford 15-2. Brady Carmack was 2 for 3 with a home run, his second of the season, 4 RBIs and a run scored. Kane Oakley hit a double and a home run, his 5th of the year, with 4 RBIs and 2 doubles. Alexandria scored 7 runs in the 4th and beat Eastbrook 12-10. Mason Fuller hit his first home run of the year, scored twice and drove in 2. For Eastbrook, Carter Doherty was 3 for 5 with a double, a triple, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Madison Grant beat Elwood 21-6. Harry Brooks and Luke Gilman had 3 RBIs each. Welcome back to the lineup, Harry. Jace Reese was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run for Elwood. Tipton beat Sheridan 4-3. Aiden Gibson threw 4 innings, only gave up 3 hits and allowed 0 earned runs for the Blue Devils. Kellen Hussong was 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Jacob Hall went 2 for 3 with a run for Sheridan. Sam Swink threw 6 innings and allowed just 1 hit in his shutout performance with 11 Ks and McCutcheon's 4-0 win over Hamilton Heights. New Palestine is on top of the Hoosier Heritage standings at 9-3, a half game ahead of Greenfield Central in a game ahead of Mount Vernon after a 5-3 win over Pendleton Heights on Thursday. Jackson Kemp went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs for 17 and 3 New Pal. Mason Saxon had a run and an RBI for 12 and 7 Pendleton Heights. Yorktown beat Wapahani 4-3 to advance to the Delaware County semifinals after 2 days of the games being delayed by rainout. Cole Purdue hit his first home run of the season and had 2 runs and 2 RBIs for the Tigers. They'll face Daleville, an 8-2 winner over Westdale on Thursday. For Daleville, Noah Colvin was 3 for 4. He homered, drove in 3 runs, and scored twice. Delta and Cowan will meet in the other semifinal on Friday. Drew Fredenberg went 4 for 4 with his second home run of the season, drove in a couple of runs and scored 4 times in Shenandoah's 13-3 win over Muncie Central. Parker Shelley had a double and scored twice for the Bearcats. Eastern beat Clinton Central 13-4 to improve to 19-5 on the year. Brett Huffman hit his 5th home run of the year for Delphi in a 10-4 win over Taylor. Caden Robinson was 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, and Alex King and Jackson Price both hit home runs in Clinton Central's 14-5 win over Tri-Central. Blake Hartman was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs for the Trojans. And Greenwood Christian beat Burris 20-0. On Wednesday, Cam Aguiar stole home for the game-winning run in Oak Hill's big 7-6 win over rival Eastbrook. Oak Hill improved to 5-1 with the win, then defeated second-place Mississinawa on Thursday to take the title. Tritter Broswell was 3 for 5 with a triple and 3 RBIs. For the Golden Eagles, Kyler Hackman was 3 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs for the Panthers. Also on Wednesday, Mississinawa beat Blackford 10-0. Kavion Martin threw 5 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. Leighton Stearns hit 2 doubles and had 3 RBIs and scored twice. LaPel beat Madison Grant 6-4. A.J. Nunley was 3 for 4. Kai Newman 2 for 3 with a triple and 2 RBIs. New Pal took the lead in the HHC with a 10-2 win over Pendleton on Wednesday. Rigby Huron threw 6 innings, allowed just 5 hits and 2 earned runs, and struck out 10, and also had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored on offense. Brent Gray was 2 for 3 for Pendleton Heights. Zane Klein had 2 RBIs in Delta's 5-2 win over Hagerstown. The Eagles are now 13-7. Levi Darnell had a double and 2 RBIs and the game-winning sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 6th as Clinton Prairie beat Rossville 5-4 to improve to 6-1 in the Hoosier Heartland. Northwestern is 6-1 in the Three Rivers Conference after a 6-2 win over Rochester. Huge win for the Tigers. Landon Begley was 2 for 3 with a double and also threw 4 innings and allowed just 2 earned runs on 5 hits. South Adams beat Cowan 3-2. Western is 19-3 after a 7-4 win over Lafayette Jeff. It was University 12, APA 2. Christian Moore was 3 for 3 with a double and an RBI for the Jets. And Blue River Valley shut out Burris 4-0. We also have a CIC champion in softball. The combination of Alexandria's 10-3 win over Eastbrook and Mississinawa's thrilling 9-7 win over Oak Hill. The Tigers are your 2025 CIC champions. Brinley Humphreys improved to 13-1 and also had 3 hits on offense. Allie Duckworth hit 2 doubles and drove in 4 runs for the 14-1 Tigers. Olivia Pomeroy was 3 for 3 with a double for Eastbrook. Lila Greer and Jara Teagarden had 3 RBIs apiece, and Amaya Parr Inman scored 3 times, and Mississinawa's 9-7 win over Oak Hill. Liz Godfrey hit 2 home runs and drove in 4 runs in the loss. Grace Kestinger threw 4 shutout innings and allowed just 3 hits in Frankton's 7-0 win over Blackford. Paige Parker, Mallory Clark, and Aubrey Ingleking had 2 hits apiece, and Lowen Coffey and Claire Osborne had 2 RBIs apiece for the 11-7 Eagles. Jonna Hyatt was 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and Olivia Dunham threw 6 innings, allowing just 1 hit and no runs in Madison Grant's 10-2 win over Elwood. The Argyles are now 15-6. Rossville beat Tipton 15-9 behind Allie Elliott's performance. She had a triple and 3 RBIs for the Hornets. Ella Lobeck, McKaylee Shinlob, and Lacey Bittner had 2 hits apiece for Tipton. Lobeck and Bittner also hit a double. Ashlyn Nasser scored twice for Tipton. Tri-Central upset Clinton Prairie 12-10. They scored 3 times in the first, third, fourth, and fifth innings for their 12 runs. Delilah Fowler was 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Bella Stewart also drove in 3, and Claire Conrad hit her second home run of the season for the Trojans. Clinton Central beat Eastern 20-10 despite a 3 for 4 performance from Marley Cone. Cone hit her 6th home run of the season, scored 3 times, and drove in 3 runs. For Clinton Central, Olivia Ritchie had 4 RBIs, and Carly Davidson had 3, including her first home run of the year. Kokomo beat North Miami 6-3. Emma Lease was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs, and threw 2 1/3 innings of shutout softball. Kinley Martin was 2 for 4 with a double for the Wildcats. New Pal beat Pendleton 4-3, all 4 runs coming in the first inning. Morgan Becker threw a complete game and got the win to improve to 3-4. Ella Reed was 4 for 5. Layla Gore hit her second home run of the season and drove in 4 runs in Lapel's 15-8 win over Delta. Haley Lozier and Everly Carter had 7 of Delta's 11 hits, 3 of their 6 RBIs, and scored 4 of their 8 runs. Logansport beat Northwestern 3-1 in 8 innings. Natalie Packard and Gracie Risley combined on 14 strikeouts for the Berries. Bailey Marcus hit her 6th home run of the season, and Tessa Ortman was 2 for 4 with a double for Northwestern. Westdell hit 3 straight doubles by Tori Ward, Keely Bird, and Kinsey Anderson in the 4th to come from behind and beat Tri 4-3. Devin Jaycox threw a complete Game 7 hitter and allowed just 2 earned runs for the win. She's now 3-1 on the year. Crystal House beat Liberty Christian 6-1. Ellie Callahan, despite Ellie Callahan's first home run of the season, and Delphi beat Taylor 21-1. On Wednesday, Oak Hill beat Eastbrook 5-4. Madison Grant topped Monroe Central 14-3 by scoring 7 runs in the first and third innings. Demi Havens had 2 doubles, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. May Ricks was 3 for 3 with 2 runs, and Grace Wood was 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs in the win. Also, Blackford beat Wapahani 8-0. Braylon Wilson threw a 4-hit shutout. Mississinawa beat Kokomo 12-6 behind Lila Greer and Amaya Part Inman, both going 4 for 4. Both had a double and a triple, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs. Lucy Goad had 2 RBIs for Kokomo. Rochester picked up a big 13-1 win over Northwestern to improve to 17-4 overall and 7-0 in the conference. Audrey Wilson was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs for the Zebras. Stevie Ray Hedges was 3 for 3 with a double for Northwestern. Winchester beat Daleville 5-4, scoring the game-winning run in the 8th on a wild pitch. Emily Simmons had a run and an RBI for Daleville. And Rossville improved to 6-0 in the Hoosier Heartland with an 11-1 win over Clinton Prairie. Avery Layton threw 6 innings, allowed just 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 9 in the win. We move to the track where Mount Vernon won the Hoosier Heritage Conference Team Championship, easily beating runner-up Greenfield Central. Yorktown was 4th, Delta 5th, and Pendleton Heights 6th. Yorktown had 3 individual champions, including Daniel Davis winning both the 100 and the 200. Ephraim Eller won the shot put, and Ephraim Doherty set a new school record with a conference winning long jump of 23 feet and a half inch. Marcus Bright of Delta is the 110 hurdles champion. Western and Northwestern won Howard County team championships Thursday at Northwestern. Northwestern's girls edged Western by 4 points, and Western's girls won by almost 70. In the boys' race, there were 11 different individual winners. Eastern's Andrew Cavazos won the shot put and the discus, and Northwestern's Declan Aaron won both sprint races. The Tigers took the team championship by winning all 3 relays. For Western's girls, Nora Ewing won 4 titles, the 100, 200, 300 hurdles, and was part of the 4x100 relay team, and Elise Walden swept the throwing events. Hamilton Southeastern won an incredibly tight Hamilton County boys team title Thursday at Hamilton Southeastern. The host Royals beat Westfield by a point, Fishers by 3.5, and Carmel by 5. What an incredibly tight track meet. Hamilton Heights was 5th, and Will Duncan finished 2nd in the shot put and 3rd in the discus for the Huskies. In high school girls tennis, Alexandria swept Madison Grant on senior night. All 5 seniors who played for the Tigers, Avery Cuneo at number 1 singles, Fady Bridwell at number 2, and Chloe Lewis at number 3, plus the senior doubles team of Abby Gaines and Lily Harp, all won in straight sets. Addie Bates and Delilah Young also won in 2 sets at number 2 doubles. Kendall Coe won at number 1 singles, and Isla Wolfert and Catherine Halminiak won at number 2 doubles, but Tipton came up short against Carroll 3-2. Eastern clinched the Hoosier Heartland Championship with a 5-0 win over Taylor. The Comets are now 11-1 on the season after 5 straight set wins on Thursday. They dropped just 5 games in 5 matches, and all 3 singles players, Claire Wavra, Gianna Beachy, and Morgan Kaiser, all won 6-0, 6-0. We move to the Lynx, where Lapel beat Madison Grant 156-203 with all 5 Bulldogs shooting 50 or better. Gavin Hutton was medalist with a 37, and Crawford Douglas shot a 39. Maverick Beeson, Landon Paddock, and Owen Garber all shot 40s for the Bulldogs at Club Run. Oak Hill shot a 153 and beat Mrs. Sinawa by 27 strokes at Arbor Trace. Trenton Nelson shot a 34, Carson Hess a 37, and Braden Summers a 39 to lead the Golden Eagles. Shenandoah edged visiting Frankton 159-166 at a dual meet Thursday at Tri-County Golf Club. Isaac Fair shot a 38 and Jet Hyatt a 39 for the Eagles. And Tri-Central finished second at Thursday's Armed Forces Invitational at Leaning Tree in Peru. Cass won the tournament by 12 strokes over the Trojans. Tri-Central's Tanner England was medalist with a 44. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to see the Central Indiana Sports Report continue to grow and thrive, you can help us out a lot simply by sharing these podcasts with your friends and family. We humbly thank you in advance. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.